guys, so I'm 36 weeks pregnant and there has been a lot going on. Last week we got hit by Hurricane Sandy. Luckily there was no real damage here. The lights flickered a couple times and the wind got pretty bad in the rain. But other than that, just a couple tree limbs down. Nothing like New Jersey or New York. So my heart definitely goes out to all those people there. And then the rest of the week wasn't too awful. Yesterday I had my baby shower that Mark's parents threw for me. And, not yesterday, Saturday, sorry. And it was great. I had probably about 45, 50 people come out. Tons of food. We got tons of gifts. We got diapers, wipes. I got my diaper bag. We got clothes, socks, hats, gloves. We got so much stuff. We got bath towels, washcloths. I mean, the list goes on and on. And when I got home, I went to the bathroom and I noticed that I had lost part of my plug, which I know is totally normal around this time. I mean, people lose them even earlier, and it doesn't mean that labor's coming on. It just can tell you that you're going to start thinning out soon. So I wasn't like too worried about it, but I called my mom and everything just to let her know. And I had a little bit of tightening of my stomach that day, but I just related it to Braxton Hicks just because it wasn't painful to me. But I mean, the past week and a half, I've had tons of pressure in my pelvic area. And so I just called my on-call doctor just to let him know what was going on. And they told me to come in and just get checked. So that was about 7:30 at night. We got to the hospital about 8 o'clock, back in triage and everything. And the hospital, the baby center was so busy. There was, every room was filled up but one. They said so many women went into labor during the hurricane that it was just crazy in there. I went back and I got hooked up to the monitors, and come to find out I was having contractions every couple minutes. But I didn't even know that I was having them. Like, my stomach would tighten, but it wasn't painful to me, so I really didn't even think it was a contraction. So I'm thinking pretty much like my mother, I'm going to have back labor, because later on my back kind of got a little uncomfortable, but I wasn't in pain or anything. They started a fluid, an IV, and to try to get the contractions to stop, just because I'm not full term yet. Because the doctor did check me, and I am 2 centimeters dilated. So they started that. My contractions began to stop, and the doctor came in and said, we're just going to keep you for a couple hours just because we want to make sure it completely stops and you don't dilate anymore, because if you dilate more, we're going to have to keep you, even if the contractions stop, just because you're progressing. So I ended up hearing him on the phone because my contractions started back up again. I heard him on the phone with my on-call doctor, and they decided to admit me for the night. Which was, I mean, it was so uncomfortable just because we were in the triage part, because all the rooms were filled up. So in the triage, they just have like the crappy hospital beds. Luckily, when I was up going to the bathroom, they brought me one of the labor and delivery beds, which was very nice. I did feel horrible for Mark because when you first get there, they just have the rolly chairs in there just because you're in triage. but they ended up bringing him a little bit of a nicer chair, so he sat on that and just put his feet on the wheelie chair, so that was his bed for the night. Luckily, he's one of those people that can fall asleep anywhere, so that was good. I probably got like 2 hours of sleep, if that night, because every time I would get comfortable, I would have to get up to go to the bathroom, so I would have to wait for the nurse to come back so I could get up to go. And then probably around 4:30, he came back in. My contractions had completely stopped for good. And he checked me and I didn't dilate anymore. So they went ahead and discharged me. But now I am on bed rest. So yesterday was my first full day of bed rest, and it's horrible. I don't know how people can do it for weeks and weeks because I am already bored and it just started. I called my doctor this morning just to let him know what was going on. I still am having tons of pressure and still losing pieces of my plug. So I am on full bed rest until this baby comes. So that's great. Which I have to do anything that is good for this baby because I want my baby to be completely healthy and I want to keep him in as long as possible to make sure that I don't have a baby in the NICU. So that's what's going on. I'm hoping that the baby holds off long enough so my mom can come and everything. So I guess we're going to see what happens. What happens is what happens. The baby's going to come when he wants to come. So, which, I mean, I thought I still had time. So I still have to pack the hospital bags. Luckily, I made a list. Mark's going to pack them. And, which I could be near him when he packs them just to tell him what we need. And, the nursery, we put all the stuff in there, and then we had to leave to go to the hospital, so all that stuff is laying around. So luckily he said that he would I just have to tell him where I want everything, and he put it away for me. So that's good. And trying to think what else. I don't know what else. And we still have to go to like Target or Babies R Us and get all the rest of the stuff that we didn't get. So I might try to just buy it all online, but I'd rather just go get it. So I might just have to make a list and get somebody to go get it for me. Just show them what I need and let them get it for me. So that's pretty much all. I do have an ultrasound tomorrow, my growth scan, and then Thursday I have my other doctor's appointment. So we'll see what's going on, and then I will update you guys over the weekend. All right, bye.